I have to do my long run alone because Juli got sick, but it's really nice weather today. So I'm gonna take you along with the GoPro, try to film some of the views because I didn't in the last video. So this video will be more about views and insights of this center and attitude training and everything around. So now off for my 1.5 hour Sunday long run, of course. So as you can see, it snowed a lot in the last days or this week, and this is actually my first run outside this week. Otherwise I was only like on the treadmill until now for my 3 runs I had. And so yeah, now I'm off for my long run. It's actually quite warm in the sun. I think I might be wearing even a little too much. I already decided against gloves and a headband. Yeah, I'm gonna show you around here how you can run if you are running outside of the center. You only have the option to run hilly. There's no flat loop or anything. Just if you go by car down to Granada. And so yeah, I'm gonna show you the hilly options on the pavement, because because of the snow you can't run on a trail. Otherwise you have really nice trails around here which are hilly as well, but they're really nice. We had our long run there last week. You can also check that out in my Instagram story highlights. And so yeah, the only flat options up here are in the center on the track, which is also full of snow now, or on the treadmill. So now it's gonna be a hilly run on tarmac, but really nice weather. 1.5 hour, and gonna take you along, gonna show you the nice views. Let's go. So as you could see, this training center is just almost in the middle of nowhere. There's a little village 1k under the center, which is called Prado Llano. So yeah, it's basically a tourist village for skiing, but you can also find like options for like restaurants and like small supermarkets there. Now I have 4k just downhill. Now the uphill part starts, and heart rate is already over 150. So for now it's getting tough. It definitely is beautiful with the snow. Can't complain. Really trying to keep the long run easy, as I still have 3 hours bike later with 1 hour worth of threshold, some intervals. So yeah, really have to go slow uphill. Just trying to make it to the viewpoint over there, so I have to run a few hundred meters through the snow. Highest mountains around here, the Mulha Chen, or how you call it, and the Valletta. They're quite high. Also gonna take my gel now before I start, because now it's, I think, over 6k just uphill. Tough. That's the highest you can go. Now just 3k downhill left, back to the center. So taking up the average a little bit again, which is now a 5-minute pace, but I'm like 200 meters over the center in terms of elevation. And here's really even less oxygen. Every 100 meter makes a big difference. Now I'm on my way back down. Feels good when the heart rate goes a bit lower again. So I think in the summer you can go up to 3,300 meters with the bike. And then there's some gravel road to the top. But now I was on 2,540. So that's what's possible when here's snow. Uh-oh. Back at the center, 1.5 hour, 18.5k, 450 average, and it's hard to see. 512 meters of elevation. It's not GG. Have a good trip. The means is here. For our rest day swim session. So what's your top 3 guess for St. George?
Whoa, that's a difficult question. But as we saw the Norwegian guys training here, I would probably have to go with Christian Blumenfeld and Gustav Iden, but I'm not sure who will make 1 or 2. And then for the third place, it's difficult, I guess. What would you say? Third place? I guess you go with Norwegian 1-2. So
yeah, I go with Norwegian 1-2. Norwegian 1-2, 100%.
Maybe Lionel?
I would say. Oh wait.
Lionel will die trying.
No, I would say Gustav for first place.
Yeah.
Christian for second. Lionel for third, I say.
But I think if Gustav will not win, it can. If Christian won't win, he also maybe won't make it to the finish line.
Yeah.
That can also be. So then
True.
we have to do another predict.
And for the woman, I say Laura Philipp for first, Kat Matthews for second, and Anne Haug for third place. That's my top 3 guess for the men and women.
Yeah.
And I think it's Gustav who will win because he already won in St. George. He knows how to win there.
And he rested also quite well here in altitude, so he will be fine for race day.
I think this course is better for Gustav than for Christian. But we will see next week.
So, what's your guess? How much push-ups can Frederick Funk do in altitude? I go for 3. I
Okay, more than 3.
Okay, more than 3. Let's see. 1, 2, 3 ones at least. Look at this.
Oh,
Wow.
5 is enough.
5 is enough.
Because I still need to swim. Otherwise I could do like 30, 40. Easy.
A question, as I saw you did some research yesterday in the evening about the length of the running course in Gran Canaria. What was your solution? How long was it actually? Because the times, yeah, they seemed a little bit pretty fast. Huh?
Yeah, I'm always researching on every race on Strava how long the course really is, and I'm going for the segments, and then I'm checking the people who are the athletes who raced, who uploaded, and I'm usually checking like a lot, and then I take the average. So if you raced in Gran Canaria and you want to know how long the run course really was, it was 20.15 kilometer from the transition to the finish.
Nice.
So now you can count your real time. It's like almost a kilometer short.
So what was the fastest time?
But Mika was still crazy fast.
Crazy fast, yeah.
Crazy fast. It's like 109 flat.
After
I
riding
think.
everything in the front.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Amazing.
I'm gonna race against him in Buschütten, and I didn't say it where I will race as well in May, so, but actually I can say it now. I will race the championship, which is my first big race in Submarine, on 22nd of May. I don't know if Mika will race there, but definitely the week after I heard he will race at Ironman 70.3 Kraichgau, where I will race as well. And I still have to get my World Championship qualification, so that's the main reason I raced there. But also I always wanted to race at Ironman 7.3 in Kraichgau.
Home race, nearly, in Germany.
But yeah, the last 2 years it didn't happen, so now I finally get to race. I'm really looking forward to that one. But it will be a nice battle against Mika, I hope. And yeah, let's see who else races there. So yeah, that will be my program for May. Buschütten, Submarine, Kraichgau. So the race season finally starts.
Let's go.
Write in the comments which lane should I swim on.
So lane 4 it is.
If you guessed well in the comments that I go on lane 4, you will get my like.
So on a motivation scale from 1 to 10, Fred, which number is it today on rest day for 5K swim? 4.
4.
Of course.
You're not allowed to swim here without a coach. It's really important that you have someone on the side, so if you drown, because you're likely to drown on 2,300 meter altitude in a 50-meter lane, you're likely to drown, so you really need a coach on the side of the pool. And Julian is my coach today, so he can save me if I'm drowning.
Now it has to be special.
Now 30-minute procrastination and then 30-minute maybe strength or stretching. just finished 5:10, 8 minute at threshold, even though the lactate was a little too low. But threshold here and altitude and aero position and on the home trainer is at about 330 watts, which is about 40 watts lower than on sea level. And I can already talk about a bit how is it for me for training in altitude. So yeah, like I said, for cycling, the threshold is about, I would say, 40 watts lower. For running, I think it's like 10 seconds per kilometer. And for swimming, it's about 3 seconds per 100 meter. Just from my experience now in the last 3 weeks, by measuring lactate in the hard sessions, which were at threshold and everything. And so, why do we do altitude training? It's pretty simple. I mean, it's obvious. It definitely has a big effect. I tested it last year for the first time here in Sierra Nevada, and then I did a race right off altitude, which was Gran Canaria, and it was really bad. So that didn't work out for me. Maybe once in the future I will try again, because usually it's anywhere like the first days of the season, it's not going so well. So it's not necessarily depending that it was on altitude before. But then it was, I think, 4 weeks after I came down from altitude, I had challenged St. Pölten, and yeah, that was more or less my breakthrough race, and definitely my best performance on half distance ever. And I think it definitely has something to do with the altitude, because I just could push power I couldn't push before, and like in the race I just didn't get tired. So yeah, if you want more a scientific explanation how altitude affects the body and the performance, I think you should check out other videos or studies. I'm not an expert there. I would just explain it too bad, but for my personal experience it definitely works quite well. So that's why we decided we just build it in every year, like here in Sierra Nevada, where where you can train really well. You already could see quite a lot. Right now we're here in this famous hall with this 110-meter lane indoors, where we all build up our home trainer, because the temperature here is quite nice. The treadmills are here as well. You might notice it from some Instagram reels from Jakob Ingebrigtsen. They're training here as well. Not right now, but they're here as well very often. So yeah, for me altitude training is quite nice. It definitely gets tough here after 3 weeks mentally, because I mean we are here in the center all the time, training indoors most of the time, and also because the weather wasn't too great, especially the last week, and also the food is okay, but yeah, it gets tough after 3 weeks because you're eating more or less the same every day. So yeah, I have to fuel here with a lot of carbs during the sessions. Alright, altitude camp, 3 weeks done and dusted. Just finished it with a long day, longish run and a long bike ride, which was already quite tough now in the end, as well mentally as physically. So I think it was a really good camp, a really solid 3 weeks. Of course, if you're interested in any details, you should check out my Strava as always. I'm not hiding any training or any training stats, and I felt like it was quite efficient, so I'm really looking forward or really excited how the benefit of this camp will be this time, and hopefully there will be a benefit of it of course. And here also thanks to Juli for following me along for that 3 weeks. Sadly, he was sick the last week. But yeah, also thanks to him for filming a lot and yeah, being a good roommate. It's definitely important to have company up here. Otherwise, it gets even more tough. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. Of course, as always, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. And see you in the next video, which will be already the first race video about the Olympic distance in Buschütten next week. Cheers.